Today on your Saab 93, fuel pressure regulator replacement and servicing on the B207 4-cylinder petrol engine. And once you've serviced it, I'll show you how to test your fuel pressure regulator. So where is the Saab 93 fuel pressure regulator location? It's here, fitted into the left-hand end of the fuel pressure rail and has a vacuum line to the manifold. There's no need to remove the fuel rail to access the fuel regulator, but of course if you are servicing your injectors, then it makes sense to do the regulator at the same time. I'll put a link in the description to my injector video. Top tip, disconnect the vacuum line from the end of the regulator, but leave it connected to the manifold. It's only a short bit of pipe and that way you won't lose it. I'm going to show you the rest of the process using my spare fuel rail. So come and join me at the workbench. The regulator is held into the fuel rail with this large clip, and to make sure you get it the right way around when you're putting it back later, I suggest making a mark underneath the hoop. To remove the retaining clip, use a pair of grips or pliers and simply pull it out. And again with your grips or your pliers, very gently take hold of the regulator, give it a little wiggle and a pull, and it should come out. It'll probably bring this plastic top hat section with it as well. So put that safe. I'll show you how all this goes back together in a few moments and which way round certain components go. Top tip, if you're using a flat surface to put these things down on, put the plastic ring down and put the regulator inside the plastic ring. Stops it rolling away. Inside here you'll see a filter screen held in place by an O-ring with a suitable pick or a small screwdriver. Pull the O-ring out, followed by the filter screen. I suggest a 45-degree pick like this one. Again, this only goes in one way round, but I'll show you that in a few moments. Depending on how long your filter screen's been in there and how many miles your car has done, there's a fair to middling chance that this screen has a lot of fuel deposits on it, maybe even some dirt particles. So give it a good clean with some good quality carburettor cleaner. I like this Wynns because it leaves no residue. Maybe even put it to soak in a small container for a little while you do a few other bits and bobs. Whatever else you do though, don't take a brush to it. You run the risk of tearing the screen to bits. Do the same with the regulator. Spray some carburettor cleaner into these holes. Leave it that way up, let it soak for a few minutes and then make sure it's empty. If your fuel rail is still on the car, just give it a clean round this end before you put it back together. If you've got the rail off the car, give the exterior of the rail a good clean first, get rid of any loose dirt, remove the injectors from the rail, and then through all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 apertures on the rail, spray cleaner in, swill it around and make sure it empties out. Make sure any dirt comes out. Particularly at these unions, make sure there's no dirt in the unions here. If you have removed the rail and injectors from the car, then it is best practice to remove the injectors from the fuel rail and renew all the seals and the little micro basket filters that are in the top. It's very, very important that these seals seal properly and thoroughly. The slightest air leak can cause havoc with your mixture control. Again, I've done a video on that, so I'll link to that in the description for you. When you're putting it back together, the filter screen kind of looks like a miniature cartwheel with the axle sticking out of one side. That side goes in first. Gently push it into place. Follow that with the O-ring. No need to go mad pushing the O-ring in, because the regulator will do that for us in a moment. Fit the plastic top hat section over the end with the holes in on the regulator and the top hat section this way, and then push it into place again gently, because that center spigot has to go into an O-ring in the middle of the rail. Just push it very gently into place and then return the clip from whence it came, and that's ready to be put back on the car now, or reconnected if it's still on the car. And top tip, make sure not to forget to reconnect the vacuum hose. The regulator won't work without it, and if there's any doubt over the condition of the hose, renew it. You'll need a piece of 4mm hose. To be able to test your fuel pressure regulator, you will need a fuel pressure gauge. Now on the B207, this steel fuel pipe comes round here, and about here there's a takeoff point where you can attach a pressure gauge. I haven't got that because I found I had a leak from that point, and I've chopped mine out and replaced it with a bit of rubber hose. But I have previously tested the pressure regulator, so I'm going to describe to you what to do. Connect up your pressure gauge using whatever adapters you need to from the kit that came with it, and then start your car, allow the engine to warm a little and allow it to settle to a natural idle with everything connected as it would normally run. Now at that point, at idle, you should be reading approximately 42 psi on your pressure gauge. Next, disconnect the vacuum hose from the fuel pressure regulator and plug the end of the hose with your thumb so that your engine is not breathing in excess air, but leave the pressure regulator spigot open to atmosphere, and you should immediately see the pressure on your gauge jump to around 51-52 psi. For the final test, if you're able to apply some pressurized air to the pressure regulator and measure the pressure that you're applying, then apply up to 12 psi in 3 psi steps. Each time you increase the pressure into the pressure regulator by 3 psi, the fuel pressure should also rise by 3 psi until you've applied 12 psi to the regulator, and you should be getting 62 psi on your pressure gauge. If you can't do that final test because you haven't got a source of air pressure to apply, but the other two tests prove positive, then I'd say you're 80 to 90% certain that your fuel pressure regulator is okay. If your fuel pressure regulator is not responding to changes in pressure from the spigot here, then the chances are it's got a split diaphragm inside and it'll need to be replaced. Don't forget to reconnect your vacuum hose to your pressure regulator, and it really is that easy to service and test your pressure regulator. I'll put a link in the description to some suitable tools, including some rather nice O-ring picks that have got some Saab logos on them. If you got value out of this video, please consider supporting the channel in some way, and I shall see you next time.